It's Thursday night tea
with Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea
with Anthony.
Thursday night tea
with Anthony.
News, sports, truth with comedy, community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea
with Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea
with Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea
with Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea
with Anthony. Yo! It's spring again, and we're here at Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. We are here live in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And guess what? It's hot! Woo! Yo, I was literally sweating, like, walking here. Like, yo, you better come out that jacket. I feel like the devil is outside or in the White House. So we have an amazing show for you today. Yo, we have the super fantastic award-winning spoken word artist and poet, Joseph Green is in the house. Give it up for Joseph. We're going to be talking with him later in the agency that he works for. He's going to spit something for us a little later. We're going to talk about our trending topics for the day. We're going to come back with more Thursday Night Tea, but right now we're going to go pay those bills. Come back for more Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. Welcome to Lock Love Salon. We're located at 402 8th Street, Northeast, Washington, D.C., right in the heart of the capital. Come in. Let me introduce you. Welcome to Lock Love Salon. We here at Lock Love are an award-winning natural hair care salon that focuses on natural hair care and lock artistry. We believe in the inherent beauty of natural hair and take a more of an educational, holistic approach to natural hair to preserve hair quality and assure healthy growth. We have an in-salon marketplace stocked to the core, full of essential products to promote healthy hair, which we also use ourselves. All of our stylists are well versed in all things natural hair care. Locks, extensions, flat twist updos, kid styles. We are here to promote your best you. Come to Lock Love so you can be locked in love, and we'll see you beyond the red door. We're back with more Thursday Night Tea with Anthony and Joseph. Joseph is my amazing co-host today. What up, Joseph?
Nothing, Anthony. How are you today?
I'm great, Mr. Green. How are you?
I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited for you to be here. Yo, I met Joseph well over, actually it had to be 2 years ago because that's when I started performing at Busboys and Poets.
True.
And I immediately saw that you're the best host ever.
Ever?
That I've...
No. Ever. Yeah, there's no need to be humble. When you got it, you got it. Yeah. So I appreciate you saying it. I just want everyone else to know on record.
Best host ever. There's an energy that you have. There's a confidence. You take control. It's amazing. You're amazing.
I appreciate you saying so. I can't argue with anything you're saying. What I can, though, add, and this is unsolicited, you are also the funniest comedian that has ever come through a Busboys open mic. Period. I have seen so many awkward moments happen on stage where I just feel so bad for whoever's up there trying to do their amateur night, whatever. And then every time this man comes in, I'm like, please let me hurry up and get you on the mic so that this open mic can become instantly more interesting. So yeah, every time, unsolicited, I'll take my money later.
So we're awesome. Yo, I see you. Mia Sloan. Shout out to Mia. She's watching. Shout out to Trent. Thank you for watching, Trent. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of my viewers. If you're watching, say hello. When we're talking about the current topics, say something. Give us your opinion. We want to know how you feel about the topics that we're discussing. And we are about to jump right into the first one. First. Yo, I don't know. I mean, should we do like a...
You're like, and now. Oh.
I know, because, I mean, it's bittersweet.
It is.
I don't know if we should give it like a round of applause.
So when in commemoration of someone who has been part of something that's important, I think that even in their passing, what is great about it is that there's so many people who are being reintroduced,
yes.
Right? So there's so many, I work with young people, there's so many young people that just know it as like a name and associated with like Thurgood Marshall. Like they don't even know who the person was that the case was about.
Yeah,
so I think that was really awesome because now you see people putting up articles and things of that sort. So I think it's not like a woo, but it's like a, you know what? Respect for a life well lived.
And we never said who it was.
Not at all. Not at all. Pick a person.
It's Linda Brown. Linda Brown.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. From Brown versus the Board of Education. Segregation. It was all about. She was her father was the one that actually filed the case for her. Thurgood Marshall was the attorney in the case. And we have to thank her. We thank her for doing that so that we have integrated schools.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah,
Too
integrated.
much truth.
Okay?
I mean,
well, yeah, it was a Freudian
we
slip.
went one way, and we went back the other way, and now we'll figure it out one way or the other. But yeah, a life well lived.
Very much so. I think we have a current picture of her too. So that was Linda. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Miss Linda.
You know, doing more for black people by the age of 6 than most people do in their entire lifetime. Appreciate you.
At 6.
At
okay,
6.
yeah, that's crazy.
Like, let's go to court. All right.
Wasn't she down for? She had to be one of those young ladies that was like, like she had an old soul or something. Because for her, in order for her to grasp the concept
of what she was doing, to be able to put that type of weight on your shoulder. You think about all of the people that you know in the civil rights era, and most of them are adults, right? And they chose to walk into this space. To be a young person in that space and to I don't know. There's no footage of her like walking in the court, but I'm sure she had swag when she did.
Oh, you know she did.
Like her little Sunday coat on with a little fur around it.
I feel like she was like the young Tina Turner. You remember when What's Love Got to Do With It first comes on, and it's the little girl Tina Turner. She's going up in the church and
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about because I saw it much later in life when an older person showed me.
Oops. That's funny though because Angela so you saw the movie?
Yes, I saw it in theaters.
What did you think of her role in it? Angela Bassett.
And What's Love Got to Do With It? I thought she did an amazing job. I thought she got in. I don't think I had ever seen a woman in that type of shape, you know, and portrayed as beautiful and powerful. And, you know, at that point in time, you could, you know, count on one hand maybe the number of powerful black women that you saw portrayed in films. And it's awful that she had to go through what she went through. But when she made it to the other side, woo!
So
Tina Turner.
She was on The Breakfast Club, and she said that she kind of felt slighted that she didn't win an Oscar for that role.
She won an Oscar. She won a black Oscar.
Yeah, she did win a black Oscar, but she a black Oscar.
In my heart, you were always a winner.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just a little I don't want to get off.
We did. We jumped way off.
Linda Brown to Tina Turner. Man. Yo. So we just had a march here in D.C.
Yes.
The March for Our Lives.
Yes.
Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands. 800,000 somewhere around.
Yeah, I thought it was 1 million though.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Some of these pictures we marched because any of our grandbabies could be next. I love that. By the way, pause the pictures real quick. So the photographer that took these pictures is Tommy Ballard, correct? He is a professional photographer. He had some amazing shots. Go check out his portfolio on Facebook. Or www.btommy.com, BTOMMY.com. history is watching us. History or her story to be.
Yeah, no, thank you for throwing that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was amazing. Tell us, Mr. President, who's better in bed? Stormy Daniels, the NRA, or Putin? Oh, that doesn't say that.
Putin?
Yeah, but I feel
You see,
like
that's why I wasn't up there. Don't go off script.
Putin.
Rasputin.
Putin.
Yes, Putin.
That's synonymous.
I'm going to go with the NRA.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Larger barrel.
That's great. I like that. Ooh,
Sorry, I didn't know if anyone was paying attention.
my God. I don't know. Have you seen Stormy Daniels?
yeah, no,
okay.
those
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This should not be my school uniform. Yo.
Yeah, it was an amazing event. I didn't go out to the march on the 24th. I was part of an event at Busboys and Poets on the 23rd where we had a couple of young people who were poets from Snowman Douglas come through and present. The same young lady who actually presented on stage the next day. And she did a poem, her friend did a poem, and there was another gentleman there, and we had a bunch of people locally. And the thing about our event that I think is really important for everyone to keep in mind, like intersectionality. Right, when we're talking about gun violence, it's not just like kids in high school and the suburbs. Living in D.C., being from D.C., we know that this problem has been in these streets for a minute. And so I'm really happy that the white kids came from the suburbs and brought the issue. But we need to make sure that we are still paying attention to the people of color who have been screaming gun violence as an issue in our communities for the last 50 years.
Do you hear gunshots in your neighborhood?
When I lived in Petworth.
Did you get to the point where you didn't get down on the floor anymore? I know when I first moved here,
Shout out to Petworth, though. I made that sound real bad.
You
Like,
did.
Petworth
I was
a
like,
really dangerous
Petworth, Lord.
neighborhood.
Is that by the Harris Teeter?
No, it was.
If they're shooting by the Harris Teeter and the Whole Foods.
No, I mean, like, so it's just funny, though, because D.C. that my dad moved to in the 70s and D.C. that I moved back to in 2010, two very different places, right? Especially if you're talking about, like, the neighborhoods. But the legacy goes on, and then with gentrification, it just gets densified into other areas. And so with the organization I work with, we have schools all over the city in every ward, and gun violence is a problem in the cities. If you have to go to a school and you have to walk through a metal detector to get there, that's not the type of environment that's optimal for learning.
Listen, I lived at the intersection of MLK and Martin Luther King in Southeast on Mellon Street. So,
Is this the true thing you're saying?
No, it's the true thing, and I lived there for almost 2 years. So I know. I remember one time I came in the house. I didn't put my book bag down, and my bestie, what? Yo, my bestie Orlando Harper, we lived together on Mellon Street, and I had just come in, had my book bag on, didn't even take it off yet. Pow, 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 pow. Somebody got killed right in front of the house. I had just walked up the stairs.
Yeah, and that's been happening for years.
Years, especially there.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, they better, and I believe they will. I think these young people are doing some stuff that I couldn't fathom doing when I was in high school. Making noise, crossing
and they're doing what they should do. They should make noise.
They should make noise. And even in the face of all of these crooked conservative folks who want to talk about how, they're getting paid or that they're actors or that, you know what? It's so obvious. There's two choices. We should live in a world where people don't get shot, or we should live in a world where people get shot. And if you are against this side, there's nothing you can say to me that makes sense. It's like, well,
because you're for the other side.
You're for the other side. Like it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I totally
lost my words.
I wanted to say thank you, Rom Thoreau, for saying great show, for looking at the show, and Tara. Hey, Pooh, Tara.
Hey, Tara.
Son, Chris Barker, what up, Kevin, and Miss Melinda. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi, do we know these people personally?
I do know these people
thank
personally.
you. Thank y'all for turning in. I thought it was me, but apparently not. I got my cousin. What's up, cousin?
Yo,
oh,
in the house.
Cousin. I'm sorry.
I just feel like, so my thing is, being an African-American male.
Yes, sir.
Which I've been all my life.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
You made it.
You. Yeah, I know. I know. Gosh. The Second Amendment, it was written during a time where guns they barely even worked. They were like muskets. Then you had to poke the stuff down in the thing, and it might fire, it might not. You're gonna get one round off, within a matter of minutes before you have to go through this process again. The law was written around that time for those type of weapons. That law does not apply to the weapons of today.
Yeah. And that's common sense.
Yeah, it was written when we were 2/3 of a person.
Yeah, so let's make it 1/3 of a law now. No, the issue is like, all right, guns. Thank you. Right on time.
I got you.
It's this. We have a gun society. We have a violent society. Violence is in our entertainment. It's in our music. It's all around us. As somebody who's in long-term recovery from drugs and alcohol, right? It's not that I think drugs and alcohol should be illegal. There should be none on the planet. But how am I going to get sober if I'm in a room where they doing coke over there and they drinking over there? How am I going to get sober? How are we going to get our minds right if everywhere we look, whenever somebody has a problem, they want to solve it because a gun is the thing that's right in front of their face?
Yeah.
So I don't think guns ultimately are the problem, but we can't get to the problem until we get the guns out the way.
Exactly.
That's how I feel
because we have
about
to deal with the root of the issue.
Yes. And it's crazy ass people.
Boop, 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 boop. Everyone has the right to bear arms. Oh my God, yo! Those are the bear arms that we're talking about.
That's glorious.
Yo, that is
That's
hilarious.
perfectly timed. You're getting too serious.
That's hilarious. So
other things.
We're gonna talk about this, then we'll go to like a quick commercial break and come back and talk about the rest. We're marching for our lives about guns, and now a Houston officer kills an unarmed man. This is the image. So there's a video also. I don't have the video because it's too much for me, and I'm tired of seeing it. I don't want that in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it in my spirit.
It's a lot to carry around.
There was a young man he was an older man. He was having some issues. He had his pants down around his ankles. He was clearly drunk or high or
whatever,
distraught.
A human alive.
Yeah, a human
just
alive.
having a bad day, whatever it was.
Walking through traffic. He had touched this car because he was touching the cars as he was going through, and this guy got out of the car. They had like a little altercation, nothing big. He clearly saw that the man was going through something. You know, he turned around. So the officer's there. The man starts walking towards the officer. You know, and in this picture, you can see the man clearly has his pants down around his ankle. In the video, he's walking like basically a mummy.
Where could the potential weapon be? You know what I mean? Like if they're gonna come out and say, "Oh, I thought he was going to harm me." First of all, he ain't running nowhere.
He is like The Walking Dead, like walking with his pants are around his ankles. How fast can he walk?
Which and we can sit here and argue the particulars all day. At the end of the day, it's going to keep happening if we allow for there to be no accountability. You can't expect people not to abuse power if you don't check them, right? You know, if someone's like, you're king of DC, you can do whatever you want. 9 times out of 10, you're going to do something bad to somebody,
Nobody's
right?
getting checked.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting checked.
And that's the deal with police officers right now. There just seems to be this impenetrable shield, no pun intended, that keeps us from being able to hold them accountable. And if we're going to demilitarize the people, we're talking about gun control with people, we have to talk about gun control with police officers. It has to be, those conversations are hand in hand.
It has to be. They're out of control. They're totally out of control. And I feel like there's some type of psychiatric thing that goes on with them that we have to deal with, because I feel like they're so afraid. Why would you shoot that man?
Well, I mean, I think we also ask police officers to do way too much, right? Like this idea that a police officer out there dealing with a man who obviously is suffering from some sort of mental episode, right? Well, if you only know how to use a hammer and you go out into a space where you need something with care, then you're just going to use your hammer. That's what you're going to do, right? I am not angry at any individual human being who is a police officer. I'm upset at our society, which continues to solve problems with the wrong solutions. Like, cops ain't going to fix crime. That's not what cops do. They don't fix crime, right?
They police it.
They police it. And so we as community members have to up our involvement. We have to get more. True. And we have to vote for people who will decrease the amount of power that police have. That's what I say.
Why, when you talk, I always want to do the snaps? Like,
It's the profundity, right? Yeah, it was a deal I made with the devil.
Cadence, it's everything. Like, it's crazy. Yo, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about Stormy Daniels. We're gonna talk about Virgil Smith, who won the Medal of Honor for saving all those people during the Houston flood. And we're going to talk about super gonorrhea and Roseanne, which actually does not have anything to do with the other. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hi, Mama. As soon as he said super gonorrhea, my mom was like, hello, son. Golly.
We'll be right back.
Sorry, Mama.
Hey, Mama.
Oh my God, it's like I woke up and I was a comedian. And then it was like I had my own show. It's crazy. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night. Thursday night tea. 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 Thursday. 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 Hey, I said Thursday. Thursday. Thursday night tea. A Thursday night tea. I said, oops, it's Thursday. It's Thursday night tea. Oops, it's Thursday night tea. Anthony.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Tea with Anthony and Joseph Green.
It works so beautifully. You see how that went in like that?
Oh, God, where's my Grammy? So, I know, right? Thank you, Bella. Bella Holiday is watching.
That's my cousin.
Yo, what up, cuzzo? Famo in the house. Miss Helen Green.
Mama.
Hey, mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Or do comedy shows on the internet. Either way.
Don't let them play guitars and drive an old
she had
truck.
been so proud of me recently.
Make
Every time she
them
turned
be
on the internet, I
doctors
was
and
doing something cool.
lawyers.
And now she turned on the internet today. Turn on the internet. Turn it off. Turn it on. Yes, well.
You're running out all my
Yeah,
internet.
stop being.
The grandma used to say that. Turn off them lights.
Wasting my electricity.
Yeah. Turn that TV off. God doing his work.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you for bringing up God, though. That helps.
Talking about God doing his work,
No.
Stormy Daniels.
No, that is not.
I mean, what other
not.
lead-in? What other lead-in? Would I lead in with?
Yeah.
Go back to that picture. Stormy Daniels did an interview on 60 Minutes with Anderson Cooper, where she just pretty much spilled all of the tea.
What is her real name?
I can't think of her real name. But
Anybody?
It's not Stormy Daniels.
It's not Stormy
definitely.
Daniels. No, I don't think
she
anybody
has
did that today, baby.
A real person's name, like Veronica or something like that, allegedly.
Allegedly.
So, I mean,
Stephanie
Clifford.
Stephanie would have been a perfectly appropriate adult porn star name.
Stephanie Clifford. Clifford the Big Red. Oh, well, no.
Woo!
Okay, well, yeah.
My mama is listening.
I didn't finish. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
so Stormy Daniels, how do you feel about it?
Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels took the money. She took the money.
She took the money.
She took the money.
Under coercion.
Under coercion.
Maybe. It's convenient. It's a convenient now that a person you will never be able to find found you in a garage and said, and the most typical gangster line you have ever heard. Shame anything ever happened to the mother of that beautiful child, and then just disappeared. She watched Law and Order and made. I don't know.
She just seemed rather believable.
I know. I believe the story. I believe everything happened, right? With Trump, there's nothing I won't believe Trump is capable of. You know what I mean? I'm surprised it's just one porn star that has come out against him.
They are staying true to their non-disclosure forms.
I just think what is unfortunate about it is that it is a very big distraction from all of the real awful things he's actually doing to our government, to our economy, to our environment, to our schools. Like, you know what? There's a woman in D.C. that works with him that I care way more about than Stormy Daniels, and that's Betsy. The woman in charge of the DeVos. Yeah, she need to be in the news more than Stormy Daniels because our young people are the ones that are losing out with that. I mean, this is a great thing to talk about and put on.
She's literally the howdy doody of education.
The worst human.
She
is. I mean, maybe she's nice to her kids and goes to church or whatever, but she should not be doing that job.
No, it's like none of them
shouldn't be doing that job, and I'm smarter than her.
None of them should be doing those jobs. Yes. Ben Carson, head of housing.
I lived in a house once, so I am very. I can do this.
I know somebody that's more qualified. Though there was an old lady that lived in a shoe. Yes. She should be the director of HUD versus Ben Carson. God, always looking like he's taking up offering at church.
So that's how I feel. Asleep.
To go back to Stormy Daniels' picture right quick.
One more time.
I just feel like they put her in that shirt that you wear on. They give you on all talk shows. Remember Ricky Lake and Jerry Springer?
That was the. I mean, it takes a mighty strong shirt to contain.
But those buttons are screaming. That's what I was getting to, Joseph. Shut up and get out of my head. Those buttons are screaming for dear life.
Yeah, those buttons like help me, help me, Lord, I've been working all day. Nobody knows.
I don't know who the stylist was on this show, but Lord have mercy. And then, but the big thing about this interview, after the interview, she dropped this photo that she had of Donald Trump, and that's where the big thing. Did you see?
No, the photo? I didn't see. What's the photo?
Here's the photo
is this
that
real?
they have.
Wait, is this real that you about to show me? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew this wasn't real. I knew it wasn't real. You got way too serious. You put your investigative reporter voice on. We have this photo coming right now.
We have this photo coming right now. It's fresh off the press. Exclusive photo just for Thursday Night Tea. It just came in my tea box.
My tea box. Get that out of my tea box, please.
Yo, okay, enough of that. On to good stuff. Virgil Smith wins a Medal of Honor for saving 17 people in the Houston floods.
Yes.
In the Harvey, that's him.
He's like a boy.
He is a boy. I think he's
a young man.
He's a young man.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Let's see. During Hurricane Harvey, he used an air mattress to rescue 17 people trapped in their homes. I mean,
y'all
give it
saying,
up. Yeah.
Y'all saying. Y'all out there talking about young people ain't doing nothing positive. That's about as positive as you can get. That is selfish. That is ingenuitive, right? I ain't never think about doing like that with a mattress.
Some of y'all ain't using y'all air mattresses for nothing. Nothing good. Y'all just sleeping on them. Okay. With that pinhole in it. You got to blow it up every time you wake up.
Every 30 minutes.
Yo, wake up on the floor. Like, why am I on the floor? Why my back hurt? Yo, shout out to thank you so much, Miss Green. She's just complimenting us. Thank you. We appreciate it. Oh, mama.
Good listening, Dad.
Yes.
Thank you.
So shout out to Virgil Smith.
Shout out to Virgil Smith. Shout out to air mattresses. Shout out to young people breaking through our very low expectations for them because they are magnificent. And I am proud that we got to talk about that because I didn't know about that until I got here today, and I'm gonna go tell everybody what you can do with an air mattress.
So speaking of air mattresses,
nope.
Speaking of air mattresses. There's a new gonorrhea! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for super gonorrhea. What is super gonorrhea? A man has the first ever case of antibiotic resistant superbug.
Okay.
So he's in the UK. This superbug.
Is that him?
No. That is a model, and I'm so glad you said that because I was gonna put that in the description.
This is not the guy.
Yeah, that's just a model. He was very in shape.
Yeah. But this does have to do with gonorrhea. What does
He's
this
taking his
have
fat.
to do with gonorrhea?
Oh, let's see what your fat
Man,
content
you have super
is.
gonorrhea. You need to have abs. If you
Yo, abs and
Why
a bird
is that
chest.
such an unimaginative name?
And why does the doctor have on a feli jacket?
Because.
So the person that has it, it will not respond to any of the antibiotics that they have set before it. Not even the super strong.
What is the commonplace name for? Is that the clap? Is gonorrhea the clap, or is that chlamydia?
That's chlamydia.
What is gonorrhea? Does it have a name? Gonorrhea is the clap.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I just remember the old Dave Chappelle show sketch where he had all of he had all of like the genitalia that had like disease coming out of gonorrhea, and it like I think like Snoop Dogg was in it or something.
Let's see the clap. What is that? That's gonorrhea. And what is the other one you mentioned? Chlamydia. What's chlamydia?
I read in the book. What is this? Is
do we have pictures of gonorrhea?
No.
Okay, no pictures of gonorrhea.
The word maybe, but no.
Yeah, no pictures of gonorrhea.
No pictures of gonorrhea, please.
But one of our future sponsors, Comfort Zone, who will be on the show on the 26th. It is an adult store providing you with all of the adult necessities for your adult life during these adult times.
Where's it located?
For an adult. In an adult place.
In an adult place.
Yeah, they'll be here on the 26th. It's located in Maryland.
Okay, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
See, I was trying to call you out because I didn't think it was a real thing.
No, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, so protection. Make sure that you stay protected. You don't want.
You can go to
Walgreens
Walgreens to get protected if you like.
But you know, I have to. There's condoms and lubes and things of that nature that aren't available at Walgreens.
That are available at the Comfort Zone. Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot how this works.
Yes, you want to spice up your life and stay safe.
Yes.
So definitely, you do not want to get super gonorrhea. You don't want to get
regular gonorrhea. You don't want to get diet gonorrhea. You don't want any gonorrhea.
You don't want gonorrhea junior.
You don't want gonorrhea.
Gosh. Yo. So the last topic that we're going to talk about is the Roseanne Show. I think we have a picture of the new cast that's up.
It's the same. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It is the same cast. No, there's somebody different.
Is there a little black girl just randomly put into the cast of this show?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
This is the actual cast.
Okay. Here's the black girl.
It's like someone's like,
Jacob
it's
is
racist.
crazy.
No, it's not. It's racist. No, it's not.
Well, I mean, it goes to say,
took her with us.
You know, a lot of people thought that the show was going to be pro-Trump. I see. My thing is.
Did you watch the show first and foremost?
I did not watch the show.
Okay, neither did I. So this is coming from a place of full knowledge.
Full knowledge, because I did not watch the show. But here's the thing with that, though.
Yes.
As black men,
yes,
we have to stay woke 24/7.
All the time.
Yo, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I feel like Freddy Krueger is my uncle. I can't get any sleep because I always have to stay woke. Now, growing up, I loved The Cosby Show. The Cosby Show provided me with...
she is the son's daughter, by the way.
Who?
Tara. The little black girl is the son's daughter. We didn't know the son was
DJ.
DJ.
Oh, so it must be DJ. So I did not know that.
But he had to adopt her. That's... Thank you, Tara. But doesn't matter. We're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Thank you for watching, Tara, and getting back to us.
So
Cosby Show.
Cosby Show. It provided me with positive images of black families. You know, mother a lawyer, father a doctor, kids, you know, are behaving well some of the time. I love the Cosby Show.
Yes.
Loved it. Then the spinoff Different World made me want to go to college.
Yes.
You know, all of that. On the flip side, I also loved Roseanne.
I never watched Roseanne.
Yo.
Growing up, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was representative of something that I cared about. And there were enough shows that I grew up watching, whole white families, that I was like, I don't really think I want to watch the whole white family, where every time you hear a commercial, the woman just seems like she mad about something.
Yeah, and she has a whiny voice. I get it.
Yeah,
Where you from originally?
I was born in D.C., raised in the area.
So, I'm from rural North Carolina.
Okay.
So watching that, I know people like that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
dig it,
Some
I
of
dig it,
those
I dig it,
people,
I dig
like
it,
some
yeah.
of my best friends growing up,
Yeah.
you know? So I could relate to Roseanne just like I could relate to The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
There was a duality of sorts in my viewership of the show.
And I'm not saying the representation was not deserved or necessary,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it just wasn't something that drew me.
Yeah, I totally get
Yeah.
it. So that was a show that I loved. Now, fast forward, I'm 42. I found out Roseanne is a Trump supporter, and
I think Roseanne is an opportunist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There's two things about this that bother me. One, what I do know about the original show is that it was progressive for the time. And for her to now, 20 years, look like she was younger than she was when she did the original show. One, don't know what devil, well, we know what devil she made a deal with to get that. But all of a sudden, like when there needed to be an liberal voice on television, she just pops up and is like, I'm going to be the voice of the conservative all of a sudden. I haven't heard her voice for 20 years. Where's she been at being the voice of the conservative?
And is it a ploy? Because
I think
they watched the show. The show was they addressed very liberal topics, and they were very liberal from what I understand. Yeah, because I've asked, because I'm battling whether or not I want to watch it.
Yeah, I've read an article this morning. That's why this is what I know of it. I read an article.
Yeah,
this morning.
so I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I can talk about it next Thursday. Also, let me know what you think about, watching Roseanne. Should you not? Is she an opportunist? Who cares? She smokes weed. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk to Joseph about Split This Rock.
Yeah, and things that I do. Was that awkward? Was that an awkward transition? I wasn't supposed to speak at that point, was I?
Thursday Night Tea with Anthony.
Thirsty Tea, Anthony. Oh my God, it's like I woke up and I was a comedian. And then it was like I had my own show. It's crazy. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday night. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday night. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday night. Thursday Night Tea. 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 Thursday.
What are the options? Spit this rock.
Yeah, I don't know, because you're a spoken word.
Well, no.
Oh, we're back.
Hey.
Hey.
Ended behind the scenes. What?
Yeah, that was the behind the scenes. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Jacob, you're amazing. Split This Rock.
Yes.
What is it about?
Split This Rock is a poetry and social justice organization. It started 10 years ago in a response to the second Iraq War. This is Bush 2, and it was just an opportunity to get a bunch of artists together, poets specifically, that write about social activism. So it was originally called Poets Against the War. Then it became Split This Rock, which was a festival. And then after the festival, they're like, yo, this thing is popular. People need this. We are going to stay together and try to grow what we're doing here. So now this is our 10th year. It's the 10th year anniversary. I've been with the organization a little over 2 years, and I run I am the director of youth programs there. So along with that festival, we have a whole bunch of other stuff that we do. Youth programs. We have 30 after-school creative writing programs.
Yo.
We have the Ushindi Performance Tribe, which are young people between the ages of 18 and 24 that have graduated from our programs.
Okay.
That are still looking for work because there's not a lot of programming for young people 18 to 24. It's like you go to college or you go to the military and so we decided this was a great thing to do for young artists. We do the Louder Than a Bomb DMV Poetry Festival, which started in Chicago. We've been doing it here for 7 years now. That's about 16 to 24 high schools from around the DMV get together and compete. The finals are at the Millennium Stage at the Kennedy Center on May 6th. And we do the DC Youth Slam Team. If you've been in DC and you know about youth poetry, the DC Youth Slam Team has been in town for over 20 years. It's been at Split This Rock for 6 years now. And we take 5 young people after they slam for a whole 6 months all over the city. And 5 young people represent DC at the Brave New Voices International Poetry Festival, which happens in a different city every year. If you've never heard of Brave New Voices, they have the HBO series. You can go on HBO Now, HBO Go, where they have all of the series. You can check that out. But yeah, that's it. I said a lot of words.
You did.
Go to splitthisrock.org if you want to know more, because I have no perception of you remembering anything I just said. Splitthisrock.org. Now, you put this up. Camille Dungy. This is really special. We have the festival that I was telling you about.
Yes.
The Originator, right?
Yes.
It's coming back.
What? When?
Yes. April 19th through the 21st.
Oh my God, not April 19th through the 21st.
Yes. There were other days that asked for it, but we said we don't want any other days.
Congratulations, April.
21st, April. You win. It's also, Poetry Month in April. It's a big deal. You want to know more about the festival? You want to know what guest speakers we have? You want to know what famous poets are going to be on the grounds? You want to know all of the awesome things that you can participate in right here in DC? All the late night readings are free. Splitthisrock.org. Come get your mind blown.
Come get your mind blown. Yo, that was amazing. You pretty much filled everything in.
I think I just went in. You said we had 2 minutes.
Yeah, and where can they find it again? I got you.
Splitthisrock.org.
Okay, thank you, Moosey Oaks. Thank you, Cuzzo, for tuning in. And Tara said that she heard it on Tom Joyner. She did not watch the show. She just wanted us to make sure that she.
You can't put it out there that Tara was watching the show.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a 30-second break. We're going to come back. Joseph Green is going to be on the stage, killing it just for you and those who are watching Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. Thursday. Thursday night tea, a Thursday night tea. I said, oops, it's Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea. Anthony. Yo, we're back here, Thursday night tea with Anthony. I have a super amazing, award-winning spoken word artist, poet. Give it up for Joseph Green.
What? I'm looking right into the camera right here. All right. So in honor of my mother, who decided that she wasn't doing nothing on a Thursday afternoon and was going to tune into the comedy radio show, I'm going to do the poem I wrote for her. And here it goes. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Lucille Clifton. Today, or my entire lifetime, these words are my every utterance. In fact, they all be solemn celebration of the magic that forged me. Cast iron and sweat, I am the tool shaped by my black mother's black hands. This poem, Hollywood, politics, may all be reaching and racing towards post-Rachel, but my black mother's black hands must remain black. You can call it all water, but it matters if that water is clean or not, if that water has been beaten and marginalized, if that water is actually a deity subjugated for 500 years to the role of slave, of servant, of mistress, of scapegoat, of bastard maker, of burden bearer. If this water has been through all of that and is still clean, then from this point in time and forevermore, black shall be a synonym for clean. water for woman. I was born in an ocean of black woman, nourished by black woman, returned to her shores when I am made to feel thirst by the salt and cruelty of this world. This is a love poem for my black mother, the freedom at the bottom of her throat, the grace beneath her fingernails, the hallelujah in her gaze, the forgiveness in her smile, the welcome home in her laughter. It has taken me entirely too long to turn back and face that which I came from and name it black and declare it beautiful, to record it with my blood and sing it with my soul, to accept my black mother's black hands, how the Jesus in them awakens the Bodhisattva in me. I think maybe I was afraid of her dark, how powerful she must be to have had something try to kill her every day, and yet she remains still my mother, still clean water, black through and through.
Yo, sir, mama, shout out to my mama. You made me want to give a shout out to Angel Hatcher Gentry, definitely Mrs. Green. We love you. Thank you, yo. This was an amazing show.
Do you have a good time?
I did have a good time.
I had a great
Did you
time.
guys have a great time?
Yes. I want to go on record that it's been about 6.5 years I've been trying to get on this show. Every week he calls me up and says, "You come wait outside, and maybe we have room for you." This is the first time he let me in because no one else showed up. I hope y'all had a good time.
No, I booked this in advance. Yo, thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, we have an amazing show where I'm bringing in DC's comedy producers, the producers of the comedy shows here in DC, so that they can let the younger generation know what they're looking for when they book, how to get booked on shows, and we'll see what they got when they come through and do their sets. Stay tuned next week for more Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. Say goodbye to Joseph Green. Spotlight over the city is next.
Vote for me to come back.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea
with Anthony. Thursday night tea with Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy, community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea with Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Anthony. Thursday night